Okay, let's get started here. And this is going to be creating page boxes and creating boxes and working with boxes with inside MassUpdater Part 2. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our photo editing program. Any photo editing program will do for this process. Basically, you can use GIMP, you can use Photoshop, you can use Painter, basically to create your 72 dpi image for your background image for your box or whatever. And I'm going to show you how you can bring all that into MassUpdater and how you can use the tables and divs to manipulate objects inside of that box. But I'm going to show you the process first and go through an overview and continue the overview of boxes, with inside MassUpdater using tables and divs. Okay, so let's go ahead to our photo editing program. And in this case, it's going to be Photoshop. And what we have here is we have everything nice and laid out with inside inside the layers area, and this has our text and also our images. And let me go ahead and bring you up the text and images that's going to be inside this box for this particular website. So let's make these guys live. Okay, you see all the text appeared, and let's also bring in the clip art photo that we have. Okay, this is the box that we're going to use. So basically what you're going to want to do is just to keep your layout and your idea of your layout. The simple way to do it is to flatten the image and copy this information to a new box. So flatten your image, hit OK and copy, and you place that in a brand new titled image with inside Photoshop, and there you have it. Now in this case with MassUpdater, we will save this out by itself, and we'll also save out several other depictions of the box as well. So we'll have a blank box and another blank box. Now this blank box is what we're going to use right now. Now the one right here, I'm going to show you how we're going to slice it and use and save on space, and that's going to be a little later on. So let's get back to MassUpdater, and in fact I'm going to save this one blank box out so you can see the process and stuff like that. So we're going to save image. We're going to leave the quality for this particular JPEG at about around 50%. That will keep the line detail nice and straight, as well as keep our memory usage low. So let's go ahead and hit save there, and I already have a box in here. We'll thumbnail it out so we can see what it looks like, and this is what we're going to use as our in terms of direction, our base layout that we're going to mimic in MassUpdater. See, MassUpdater is truly built for people who want to create, and you can create from scratch with MassUpdater. So whatever you want to do. Now in this case, since most websites and the people that we're going after are business owners and they believe in less is more, we're going to deal with something that is really simple with a white background, a little bit of gray in it as well. So we're going to name this one blank, and it's going to be box white, exterior blank 1. So save that. That's nice and saved. And let's make sure that we save out our pictures. I've already separated those guys out, and some of the title text. See, at this point I don't want to go ahead and type anything in MassUpdater. I want it to maintain its look. So you can bring in text images that have drop shadows. You can bring in text images that have outlines, whatever you really want. Any type of special effects, even if it's a nice little explosion on the page, you can bring that into MassUpdater. So we're going to save that out as well, and that's going to be a little title, and we'll just go ahead and call this global. Okay, and instead of white, we'll change that to title. And we'll just delete the rest of this content out there so it'll have its own particular name. Okay, that's done. And for the photo, we'll save that out as well. Okay, that's at 50%. Let's go ahead and bump that up to around 77%. It'll be pretty large, but it'll but what's 12K on the web these days when you're working with DSL? Okay, and we will just title that photo Office. Okay. Okay, now all the parts are saved out. Now let's go ahead into MassUpdater. Okay, back inside. Let's go ahead and load all these particular parts up. So let's go ahead. We're going to load up our photo gallery. Let's upload our picture. Okay, we're going to go into our folder, and we can go ahead and grab our photo image for the office and submit. Upload complete. Okay, great. Let's scroll down and see if we can find that person, find that photo, and there it is. Okay, great. Now let's go up to the top, and we're going to upload in a couple of places there as well. So inside our page boxes, we're going to go with our medium box, and because this particular box I'm sure is a medium box, and we can upload that. Blank. Submit. Upload our white box. Submit. And let's see what else. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to upload that title as well. Now just in case, I'm going to take you over to web photos right here. And with inside these standard photos, there is standard photos with divs around anything. Now divs around anything is very important. We want to do this so just in case you're going to need to use these photos with divs around it, you can. So let's go ahead and upload these same elements to this particular folder as well. So here we go, upload, and we're going to start with our photo from the office. Submit. We're also going to go ahead and upload our global title. Submit. And just in case, we're going to upload the boxes. Now you can do some some cutting if you want later on. If you know that you're just using the boxes that are within this photo div area, then that's what you're using. You just delete the you'll delete the other images out of those particular folders. So we hit submit there, and if you notice in the upload section, you also have a choice between 3 size images, 3 radio buttons. If you're on the road, or if you know you don't have a lot of time, you can go directly from your digital camera right to MassUpdater, and you can choose to make a thumbnail of this image, which will be a really tiny image, and I'll show you in a split second what I'm talking about. And you can also make a pic size of that image. So if it's a 300 dpi image, you'll knock it down to 72 dpi, as well as make it 2.5 inches. And the same thing with the large image, it'll be 72 dpi at about 6 inches. So just keep that in mind when using MassUpdater. So now that everything is loaded up with inside MassUpdater, let's talk about boxes. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have you drop your image for your overall layout for this particular page box. So let's drop that. Okay, now that's inside your MassUpdater edit area, and you can see your layout right there for yourself. Now let's go ahead and talk about boxes, and in particular I'm going to talk about divs and how fun divs are. So let's bring up some divs. Okay, now you have the single drop div, which is really cool, and let's drop that. Okay, now there it is. Now you also have your multiple drop div. Now this has divs. You drop these guys is divs with inside of divs. Now what's special about this particular one and why I love it so much is because the div on the outside is built to connect everything vertically. The divs on the inside are built to connect everything horizontally. So let me give you an idea of what's going on. We'll drop another one. Did you see that? It dropped right underneath. So if we drop another one, it'll do the same thing again. Now if we drag these images outside of this box, it'll drop underneath, and this guy right here will drop right next to it, and this guy right here will drop right next to it. So you see where we're going here. This particular style of div drops about three variants, but 2 variants in particular. 1 to drop underneath and 3 to drop horizontally. And it's pretty cool, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So I'm going to pause this one because this is already about 13 minutes in, and we're going to continue on. We're going to get into more about the divs.